Last season on the Dan Nicholl Show, that chiselled hunk of former Springbok, that is Stefan Terblanche, very kindly gave us a fantastic prize to give away on the show, together with the SA Rugby Legends, the organisation that he heads up that does such great work in the rugby community, would come to a school of my choosing to come and play rugby with the kids and give them some coaching lessons. And so we find ourselves here in Weissersdrift in the Western Cape, a small rural community just outside of Worcester, to meet some young kids with a love of rugby.
The kids, they love rugby. They are all children of farm workers. They're learning lessons from rugby and they can use it outside in their houses and in the schools. So I think it will do every sport they do here, it do a lot to them. But especially rugby. Everybody wants to play rugby.
Guys, I think we need to thank Dan Nicholl from the Dan Nicholl Show. I was on the show, privileged to be on the show one night on SuperSport, and I said we'll bring some of the SA Rugby Legends. He can choose the school, he can choose the winners. It's great for us to be here just outside of Gauteng today in the Western Cape. So the guys I've got here today, some great talent. Well, they used to be great talent, now they've got experience. So we got Tank Lanning, played for Western Province, Dale Santon, played for the Bulls, but also for the Springboks. Mr. Mervyn Greed, Head of Development at SA Rugby. Myself, Stefan Terblanche, played for the Sharks, played for Boland, played for South Africa as well. Then we've got Martin Stunner, Western Province under 20, played for Boland, played for Marties, Kabamba Floors, Cheetahs, Springbok Sevens and Springbok 15. And then Norman Jordaan, he played for the Springboks, grew up in Mitchell's Plain just around the corner. So it's great to have all these guys here with us. The reason we're here today is to teach you some skills, to pass on our passion that we still have for this game. And hopefully one of you can play for Boland, can play for Province, can play for the Sharks, and who knows, can even go on to play for the Springboks one day. So great, let's have fun and let's see how much fun we can have today. Thanks, boys.
You couldn't have chosen a better place. I grew up just down the road, so to have a rugby field in the middle of the vineyards, it's incredible. And what's even more incredible to see is the excitement of these kids, the talent, and to see that rugby is very much alive in the country. We just need to find a pathway for those boys, like we see here at Weissersdrift Primary today, find a pathway for those boys to have an opportunity to play the lovely game of rugby.
What it means for us as the legends, it's just amazing. Reaching out to the rural areas, and those kids never see this live Springbok maybe. Now they're seeing the legends arriving here in full force and teaching them some skills, and it's just an amazing day for us as legends. We're also learning something from those boys, and you can see the excitement in their eyes. I mean, look at Breitenpool, also coming from this area, Koue Bokkeveld. People saw his talent. Took him to go play the higher honours.
The rugby was a stepping stone for me. It gave me the opportunity to start off my career, and I grew up on a farm in Oudtshoorn, and coming here, being involved with them, just teaching them something about the game that can maybe help with their careers in the future is always a great privilege.
You can see the talent here, you can see the size of the ball handling. I mean, we did some drills with them. Not one ball fell on the ground. For me, it's just amazing to see.
Not all of these kids will end up playing professional rugby, but the life lessons they're going to learn by playing this game are going to stand them so well in their future.
Oh, I'm a big believer in that. You know, I've got some of my greatest friends are out of rugby, and you remain friends forever. You know, Stefan Terblanche and I played one game together, I think, and you know, you can call me and I'll come out for today. And you're right, man. Life lessons in terms of camaraderie, in terms of putting someone else into space, and you not taking the space because he gets the glory. You know, and as tight forwards, we know a lot about that. But yeah, 100%. You get so much more out of rugby than just passing and catching.
Rugby has really had a positive impact on the kids. When we played matches, we went into town, playing against different schools. They've made new friends, so it has had a positive impact.
I hope some of them will one day be a Springbok.
I want to be a Springbok when I grow up. The most fun thing to do today when we learn to sidestep. I want to thank all the people who come here to practice with us, and it was a pleasure to meet them all.